Hey everyone, welcome to the Hey Teacher series in which we answer the questions most frequently asked by teachers. You're wondering what an educative database is and how to create one? That's what this video is all about. Let's have a look together. There are several types of Odoo databases, but one has been created for you, teachers, so you could use it with your students. This database is the educational database. What is it exactly? Educational databases are free and give you access to Odoo Online, which is exactly the same service we sell to our customers. So you can download all the apps you want and use all of Odoo's features without restriction. The only difference with the solution used by our customers is that educational databases are valid 2 years, after which they are deactivated. So if you want to use Odoo for a longer period, you'll have to create another database. An educational database is thus the perfect opportunity to make your course a bit more practical and to introduce real management software to your students. However, there are 3 important points to bear in mind. First, once you've created your educational database, you'll receive an email from Odoo asking you to activate it. It's very important that you do this directly, because if you don't, your database will only be valid for 3 hours, after which it will be deactivated. Second, you need to connect your database at least once every 3 months. If you don't, it will be deactivated. It's important to bear in mind that a huge number of educational databases are created every day, requiring server space to store all the data. So if a database is no longer in use, it's best to deactivate it so we don't have to store any unnecessary information. And third, you won't be able to extend your database beyond 2 years. However, you can keep your data by importing and exporting it. And if you'd like more information on this subject, I invite you to watch the video appearing on the screen. Now that you've got a little more information on what an educational database is, let's take a look together at how to create one. You'll see it's very easy. The first step is to visit www.odoo.com. If the language is not the one you want, you can change it by scrolling down to the bottom of the page. So here up, I choose English. Then click on Start Now, it's free. And select the apps you're interested in. Don't worry about this step, as you can always download other apps later. So just select the ones that you need now. For example, I'll take accounting, sales, and CRM. You'll see here something about a 15-day trial. It's possible to have a 15-day trial, after which you'll have to pay if you want to keep your data. But let's take a look at how you can keep your data for 2 years instead. So once the apps have been selected, you click on Continue, and the software asks you to complete your personal data. So first, enter a correct email address in order to keep your database, as you'll need to activate it in your emails. Next, company name, which is the most important field. Here, it's imperative that you write edu- followed by the name of the company of your choice. So for example, edu- first name. In fact, is the edu- prefix that makes your database educational. Without it, your database will be the 15-day trial version I mentioned earlier, and you'll have to pay to keep it, whereas the educational database is free. It's also important to know that it's not possible to switch from a normal version to an educational version. And it's also not possible to switch from an educational version to a normal version. So if you don't use the prefix edu from the start, your database will never be educational. Next, you add a phone number, and the country is very important as it will define the chart of accounts. Then you choose your language. the size of your company. If it's a fictitious company, you can enter the number of students you have in class. And you mentioned that you're a teacher, and your students will mention that they are a student. If you select another option here, you will probably be contacted by someone in the sales department who might think you are a potential customer. And once all of this is completed, you click on Start Now. And your database has been created, and you should have received an email from Odoo allowing you to activate it. And your educational database has been created. Don't forget to activate it in your emails. And if you still have questions, don't hesitate to watch the other videos from the Hey Teacher series. See you soon!